Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to conduct a two-sample t-test if the variance of the two groups or the two population is significantly different from each other, or if the variance of the two groups is not assumed to be equal. For the demonstration purpose, I have taken a data set in which my null hypothesis, or I'm interested in knowing whether the uh, average brand value of the technology product sector differs from the average brand value of the financial institutions product sector. So this is the null hypothesis and this is the alternate hypothesis. Now to do this analysis, I'm going to import the data in JMP and go to analyze, choose fit y by x, cast the columns into their appropriate roles and click OK. Now here, if we assume that the variance of the two population is equal, then we can go ahead with the pool t-test. However, suppose if we want to verify whether really the variance of the two population is equal or not, or they are differ significantly from each other, we can conduct a very simple test. To conduct that test, click on this inverted right triangle and click on unequal variances. JMP will conduct a couple of tests to find out whether the variance of the two groups, technology and financial institutions, is significantly different from each other. A commonly used test to compare the variance of the two groups is F-test two-sided. Here, the null hypothesis is that the variance of the two groups is equal, and the alternate hypothesis is that the variance of the two groups is not equal. Since p-value is less than alpha, let's say 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis and we conclude that the variance of the two groups is significantly different from each other. So once we have this kind of evidence that the variance of the two groups is significantly different from each other, we can now choose appropriate two-sample t-test option. Click on this red triangle, and since the variance of the two population group or the two groups is different, click on the fourth option, which is t-test. If you keep your mouse here next to this t-test, you will see that the JMP is showing that it shows or hides a t-test report assuming that the variances are not equal. So click on it, and here this is the hypothesis: average brand value of the technology minus average brand value of the financial institutions, and these are the p-values corresponding to not equal type of hypothesis, alternate hypothesis, greater than type of alternate hypothesis, and less than type of alternate hypothesis. Suppose if the p-value instead of this number would have been 0.95, suppose. Okay, now that 0.95 is greater than 0.05, so we fail to reject the null hypothesis that the variance of these two groups is equal. So in that case, whenever the variance of the two groups are equal, we choose pooled t-test. So that's how you conduct a two-sample t-test, by first of all verifying whether the variance of the two group or the two population is different or not.